Hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I hope you are all doing well. I hope everything is fine with you. I hope you are all right. Thank you very much for being with us. Thank you for sharing the videos. Thank you for commenting, and thank you for making the teachings go viral. I'm really grateful. Again, I'm asking you to subscribe to our YouTube channel and also TikTok. Caps CIESSEY. It is there. I know there's one other person who also have the same name over there, so you can see the difference. But I have my pic over there, so a lot of teachings are also going there. I do live over there and all that. Now, thank you very much. I'm grateful for the comments and the sharing of the previous video that we did. We are still on exposing the Islamic religion, the third so-called Abrahamic religion. That is, even if someone has ever existed known as Abraham, yes, if someone has ever existed known as Abraham, we are exposing the third one. The second one, or the second so-called Abrahamic religion, which is Christianity, is not an issue. A whole lot of people are talking about it. A lot of books about Christianity, if you really want to read, are written in English. You can read and get what you want to get. Criticism, whatever, all those things are being documented in English language. Now, Judaism, which does not public and convey the message of their religion that much, if you really want to read something about them, you can still read because it is in English. But the third one, which is Islamic religion, is the one that has weird things that you can't comprehend, things that you cannot understand, things that you can't savvy. The third one. So we are bringing the sources, what is in the sources, to you to understand. Those religions and shit, they are nothing. They are man-made. It is mental slavery. When they took off the physical chains upon our hands and our legs, then they now put the mental chains on our minds. That is what is happening to us right now. Starting all the way from religion to politics, we are still slaves. Thank you very much. This is the time of liberating Africa, and that's what we are doing. You saw the two previous introductions. This is the last introduction, and the introduction is about the night journey of Muhammad, a fictional character called Muhammad, and his night journey, the night journey and the ascension to the sky. You saw the first introduction, and then the quite recent second introduction. Now we are into the last introduction. The next video, or the video that comes after this, is about the narration and whatever that journey contains from the Sirah books. When we are done with that, we take you through the narration into the Hadith books, and let's see what is also there. That is prophetic narration, and then sooner or later we'll take you through that same incident in Quran and also the Quranic exegesis. Today's introduction is another field of argument and confusion between the Muslims, who claim they have the best religion in the world, who claim that any other religion, if not Islamic religion, is condemned to hell. Quran has stated it emphatically that وَمَنْ يَبْتَغِ غَيْرَ الْإِسْلَامَ دِينًا فَلَنْ يُقْبَلَ عَنْهُ فَهُوَ فِي الْآخِرَةِ مِنَ الْخَاسِرِينَ. Whoever who accept any other religion, any religion other than Islam, فَلَنْ يُقْبَلَ مِنْهُ. The Allah of Islam, which Muslims claim he created everybody, will not accept anything from that person. On the day of resurrection or judgment, that person is going to be among the losers. And again, Quran has also made it clear that in the light Islam, the purest religion, or indeed the accepted religion to Allah, which Muslims claim he created everybody, also says is Islam. So any other religion is out. So when you are a Christian, according to Islamic religion, you are lost, you are astray. If you are a Jew, you are astray. Not to talk of you being traditionalist. As for you, your own is beyond abomination. Your own is beyond sacrilege. Yes, this religion that has given itself superiority over any other religion is the religion that we are scrutinizing and subjecting to scrutiny, and some of them are boiling. Don't boil. We didn't utter the books, we are reading your books for you. So shut up, Sheikh, Ustaz, and whatever you call yourself, shut up. Now, the second, the last introduction, which is this particular one, got to do with another argument among Muslims concerning this night journey and the ascension to the sky, which is Al-Israil wal Miraj. To a sensible human, Al-Israil wal Miraj supposed to be the yardstick and criteria for you to know that Islamic religion is a lie and it is a man-made. The two introductions is enough. You see, a lot of people have realized that religion is a lie. Religion is a man-made, and they don't care. They don't care. A lot of people don't care about religion anymore. But Islamically, a lot of people don't care. A lot of people have stopped being Muslims, but they are not bold enough to come out to say they are not Muslims. So they are pretending. You know what? I understand them. I understand them. Who will want to have the experience I had? Who will love to be hated among his own family members, not to talk of the community? Who will want to be hunted down? You will leave Islam and you will be hunted down the way witches and wizards were hunted down some time ago. Yes, this is what it is. We got to say it as it is, right? Now, you see, before I get into the argument, the third introduction about the argument of this whole thing of ascension and night journey and Israel wal Miraj, I want to clarify a point I've never mentioned to you today. Do you realize that all the miracles that have been attributed to Muhammad are miracles that cannot be comprehended? Yes. Do you realize that? Do you realize that all the things that Muhammad has said to be done, to be done, all the things he has done as a prophet, the so-called miracles that are only found in Islamic books, they cannot be authenticated physically. In reality, they cannot be authenticated. They are only in Islamic books. All those things that have been said that Muhammad has done, do you realize that they are beyond comprehension? They are beyond understanding. Yes. Do you know why? Let me tell you this emphatically today. Take it from me. According to Islamic history and Islamic religion and Islamic theology, there is three important things you need to know about Muhammad. One, as captured in Islamic history and Islamic theology. One, he is Afdalul Khalq. Muhammad is the best of creations. Is the best of everybody. The best of mankind. The best of mankind. He is more than any other person. he is more than any other person, including the so-called previous Abrahamic prophet. Afdalul Khalq, the best of mankind, is more than any other person. So Muhammad is more than Adam. You know, Adam is being a first man according to religion. According to religion, that is a lie. That is another lie. That is another thing that cannot be substantiated. But let's put that one aside. He's more than Adam. Muhammad is more than Noah. Muhammad is more than Enoch. Muhammad is more than Jesus. Muhammad is more than Moses. Muhammad is more than Elijah. Muhammad is more than Elisha. Muhammad is more than John the Baptist. Any other prophet that or whatever, prophet, messenger, or whatever that are found in the Abrahamic religions, Muhammad is more than all of them. Afdal al-Khalq. That is one. That is one. The second thing you need to know that has been attributed to Muhammad in Islamic books and Islamic theology is that he is Habibullah, the beloved of Allah. The beloved of Allah. The beloved of Allah. That is why Muhammad's mistakes are not seen as mistakes by Allah. Muhammad's sins are no sins to Allah, because he is beloved of Allah. You know, when you love someone, you don't see their mistakes, you don't see their off shots, you don't see their flaws, you don't see their fault. So because Muhammad is the beloved of Allah, Allah does not see Muhammad's fault. Allah does not see Muhammad's mistakes. In fact, Quran has confirmed that the sins of Muhammad that Muhammad has committed and those that Muhammad will commit, Allah has forgiven him before even committing them. Do you know what this means? So Muhammad has the chance to slaughter whoever he wants to slaughter, and nobody will question him. This is the founder and the leader of the religion you are practicing. Now, in a chapter called Surah Al-Fatih, it says, Inna fatahna laka fathan mubina. We have given you a victory that is very obvious and emphatic. Liyaghfira laka Allah. That victory has been given to you because Allah wants to forgive. Allah wants to forgive your sins that you have committed before, and the sins you're gonna commit in the near future. And you bestow his complete blessings upon you. And he also guide you to the right way. And he's going to give you victory, Nasran Azizan, and a big or wonderful victory. So Muhammad's sins that he has committed has been forgiven. The one that is about to commit has been forgiven. So if you are being slaughtered by Muhammad, or when Muhammad gave a command for you to be killed or to be slaughtered, there's no sin. It's not a crime. That is number two. The attribute that has been applied to Muhammad. Now, the number three is he is Sayyid Rusul. Sayyid Rusul. He is the leader of all the Abrahamic messengers. All the Abrahamic prophets, Muhammad is their leader. In fact, in Islamic theology and Islamic teachings, especially when you go to the Sufis, when Muhammad is mentioned, Any other prophet is not prophet. When Muhammad is talked about, any other prophet is no prophet. In other words, all the prophets are servants and slaves to Muhammad because he is their leader. To extend that, on the day of resurrection, according to religious people, it is you that know the day of resurrection. There is nothing like last day, there is nothing like judgment day, there is nothing like day of resurrection. But to religious people, on the day of resurrection, people will stand under the sun, scorching sun, burning. Their brains will be boiling. Nobody can go to intercede for people in presence of Allah. You dare not. Then people will be going to prophets and the messengers. People will go to Adam. Adam will say, I don't fit. I'm not pure. I'm not holy to stand in front of Allah to intercede for you, because Allah asked me not to eat a tree in the heaven and I ate it. They will go to Noah. Noah will also say, I'm not holy enough to stand in front of Allah to intercede for you. They will go to Jesus, and Jesus will say, I'm not fit. They will go to Moses. Moses will say, I'm not holy. And then they will go to Muhammad. When they get to Muhammad, Muhammad will say, Ana laha, Ana laha, Ana laha. Muhammad will say, this day is for me, this day is for me. And then Muhammad will go in front of Allah, the sky, that man that is in the sky. Muhammad will go in front of him and he will prostrate, put his forehead down, and Allah will say, rise, Muhammad. When Muhammad rise, Allah will say, sal tuta, ask and it shall be given to you, washfa to shafa, and intercede for whoever you want to intercede for, and you will be given. You see, so it's more than any other person. Now, if you have, I'm building a point. I want to tell you the reason why all these stories, the ascension and the night journey of Muhammad was created, was fabricated. Now, if you have someone who is like this, and you have this prophet that Muslims claim Muhammad is more than them, has performed huge miracles. They have performed tremendous miracles. Their miracles are very stunning. They have stunning miracles, and you are saying Muhammad is more than them. Think of the magical miracle of Moses departing the Red Sea into two. Another fictional story. Just think of it. Just think of this. Just think of this. Think of Jesus Christ, so many miracles, opening people's eyes, bringing the dead back to life. Think of this. These people have done this great things, and you are saying Muhammad is more than them? So they have to cook stories, fabricate stories, embellish the stories to make Muhammad look bigger, more important, more powerful than these people. Now you get the point? That is the thing. So all these stories are comparing Muhammad and the rest of the Abrahamic messengers and the prophet, and making Muhammad bigger than them. That is why all this ascension and night journey has been made. Now, let me give you two examples. One example and the current topic we are discussing, that is Israil and miraj, the night journey and the ascension. Now, there is a story of Muhammad asking a village Arabian to call a tree, to summon a tree to come. This is how the story goes. A village Arabian came to Muhammad and said to Muhammad, if you are indeed a prophet as you claimed, summon that tree over there to come to me. And Muhammad said, no, I will not summon the tree myself. you tell the tree that I, Muhammad, is calling the tree. Listen carefully. I, Muhammad, is calling the tree. And then the Arabian walked to the tree and summoned the tree and told the tree that you tree, Muhammad is calling you. And the tree just uprooted with its root, the trunk and the crown, all uprooted and start to move towards Muhammad. The tree moved with its trunk and its root to Muhammad and crown majestically to Muhammad. When the tree got there, Muhammad also told the Arabian, the village Arabian told Muhammad that now tell the tree to go back. Muhammad told the Arabian villager that no, you tell the tree that Muhammad said the tree should go back. And the village Arabian told the tree that Muhammad says you should go back. And the tree went back with the roots, the trunk, and the crown. You see? Now, this story was fabricated, concocted, and cooked to compare Muhammad to Jesus in a particular angle. You see, you are confused. You don't get it right. I'll prove it to you. In the book of Mark 11:12-14, Jesus has said to curse a fig tree. Do you remember the story? Good. I know, even if you don't remember it, you go look for the story and read. In the book of Mark 11:12-14, Jesus cursed a fig tree. The same incident was repeated in the book of Matthew, chapter 21, verse 18-22. Mark 11:12-14, Matthew 21:18-22. Jesus cursed a fig tree. Now listen. If Jesus has cursed a fig tree for the tree not having fruit for Jesus to eat, Muhammad don't curse trees. Muhammad commands trees. So between the one that cursed a tree and the one that commanded the tree to come and commanded it to go back, who is bigger and who is better and who is powerful? You see, this is the game Islam is playing with the other Abrahamic religions. Is that sounding clear to you? That is it. Now, this incident that cannot be authenticated, the incident of a tree being uprooted and walking to Muhammad, that cannot be authenticated, has been hyped in Islamic theology and in Islamic gatherings. There is one opium smoker, Egyptian opium smoker poet, who is known as Imam Busari. He has a poem known as Al-Burda. In actual sense, the poem is not the title of the poem is not Al-Burda. It is Al-Bur'atu, which means healing. This opium smoker was known to be sick, so he wrote and composed those poems in praise of Muhammad, and as a result of that, he was healed. Now, how was he healed? He was composing those poems in hoping and wishing that through the blessings of those praises to Muhammad, he will be healed. That is why he named the poems Al-Bur'atu, meaning I'm composing these poems so that I will be healed. Muhammad will heal me. So when he composed the poems, he had a dream that Muhammad came to cover him with a blanket. So when he woke up, he was healed. So he changed the name of the poem being Bur'atu to Burda, healing to a blanket or a cloak. Now you get it. Now in that poem, The incident of this tree walking towards Muhammad has been mentioned and hyped there. And this is what he says. جاءت لدعوته الأشجار ساجدة تمشي إليه على ساق بلا قدم. You will see the Sufis, the Tijaniyas singing it. مولاي صل وسلم دائما أبدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم. It is a song. They don't joke with it, especially the Tijaniyas. He says, جاءت لدعوته الأشجار ساجدة. Trees. The incident said 1 tree. But the opium smoker of Egypt, Imam Busiri, the opium smoker in Egypt, because the things he mentioned in that poem is, it sucks, it's nonsense, it's foolishness. It's only people who lost their mind through smoking opium or taking opium that can say such things. I will mention some of those things for you one day. Now, the story said it was 1 tree, but the opium smoker Imam Busiri says it was ashjar, trees. Oh yes, trees. That is how they do. They embellish the stories, they change them, they develop them, they evolve them, and all those things, that kind of shit, man-made religion. Now he says, Ja'at lidawatihi al-ashjaru sajidatan. Trees has answered his call, and they came to him sajidatan, humbly. Tamshi ilayhi. They were walking to Muhammad ala sakin, on their trunks, bila qadami, without foot. You know, trees got no foot, so they walk to Muhammad with sack, their trunks. This is a lie. Now, this story was embellished, cooked, prepared, fabricated to use against Jesus cursing a tree. If Jesus has cursed a fig tree, then Muhammad commanded a tree to come to him. So between the one that can command the tree to come and command the tree to go back, and the one that cursed the tree, who is better? So Muslims and Arab atheists are telling you Muhammad is better than Jesus. This is the thing. Let me add the second one, which is the main topic of this introduction. That is the night journey and the ascension. You know the story of Muhammad going, you know the story of Jesus going down beneath the earth to save people who went to hellfire because they didn't believe in him, because they died before he came. Do you know that story? He went to save people. Jesus went beneath the earth, under the earth, into the hellfire, to save those that did not believe in him before they died, and as a result of that they are suffering. I hope you know the story. If you don't know the story, go for it and you'll find it. Right? Do you know that story? Yes. This ascension and the night journey has been fabricated, concocted, embellished, so that it can be compared to Jesus going beneath the earth. The one that went beneath the earth, under the earth, and the one that went to the sky, who is better and who is powerful? This one has descended and this one has ascended. Between the ascending one and the descending one, who is more powerful and who is more stronger? You see, that is the thing. And again, the story of Jesus being taken to the sky after he died is also to be put into consideration, because if Jesus has been taken to the sky after he has resurrected from the dead, or better still, in the Quran, when they came to arrest him, he was taken to the sky, then Muhammad has also taken to the sky. So you see, Jesus will not show Muhammad nothing. This is the thing. So it is this comparisons trying to make Muhammad look better than the previous prophet of Abrahamic religions. They created stories, fabricated stories, concocted stories, and among those stories is the ascension and the night journey of Muhammad, which is commonly known in Islamic world as Israil wal Miraj. Now the confusion. You saw the confusion of the dates, which we end up and drawing a bottom line that the confusion of the dates will be a blow to whatever came out of that night journey and the ascension. So it is a blow to 5 daily prayers. So 5 daily prayers does not exist because we don't know when it was given to Muhammad. The journey that was the result of 5 daily prayers cannot be authenticated. When you subject it to scrutiny, it cannot be proven. So it's a lie. So 5 daily prayers is the 5 daily prayers is the most nonsense thing that you have. There are so many silly and nonsense things in the religion, but 5 daily prayers is one of them. Okay. Now the next argument was that did Muhammad ascended to the sky and also embark on the night journey with the body and the soul, or it was only the soul that went but the body is in the room sleeping, in the room of Hani or Fahita or Hind sleeping? Muhammad's crash, she's Muhammad's crash. Hani or Hind or Fahita was Muhammad's crash. The argument was that, was it the body and the spirit of Muhammad that embarked on the night journey and also ascended to the sky, or it was only the spirit that embarked on the night journey and ascended to the sky while the body was sleeping in the room of his crash, Hani? If you go with that, if you are with those that said it was the spirit, then the experience of the night journey is nothing but a dream. That is what some of the Islamic scholars said. But some of them said no, it was with the body and the spirit. That is the argument here. Now listen, this damage control guy is with the belief that Muhammad went to the sky with the spirit and the body. Of course, yes. Of course, yes. It is with the body and the spirit. In this case, Muhammad, the law of physics does not work on Muhammad, right? The law of physics does not work on Muhammad. The law of physics don't have impact on Muhammad, yet poison killed him. For poison to kill someone, does that not mean that the law of physics is working on Muhammad? Anyway, let's put that one aside. This man is of the idea that it was with the body and the spirit. Fine, which is a serious blow to the incident. The second order Sirah, Asirah Nabawiyah, Ibn Hisham, the same thing. They are with the idea that it was the body and the spirit that embarked on the night journey and also ascended to the sky. So there is no law of physics over there. This is nonsense. Now, the problem started here. Even though some of the scholars mentioned that it is only the spirit, some mention that it is only the body. Let me finish this issue for you. Now, there is no conclusion and there is no consensus about whether it is only the spirit or it is with the spirit and the body that ascended. But there is an incident that I would like to talk to you about. When Muhammad died, when the poison killed Muhammad, there was an argument that people were arguing that Muhammad is dead. Some said he is not dead. Now listen, among the people that said Muhammad was not dead was the second caliph, Umar was holding his sword. According to Islamic sources, Umar was holding his sword, threatening all Muslims. He says any Muslim that will say Muhammad is dead will be killed. He will chop off the person's head. That is Umar for you. And the reason for Umar saying that was that Umar says Muhammad has traveled like the way he embarked on the night journey and the ascension to the sky. If this is true, if the point of Umar is true, then when Umar was making this point, the decaying and the damaged body of Muhammad was lying on his bed. So, which means that the ascension and the night journey was just a dream, according to some of the companions. Now, listen to me, brother. You see, this incident is a point of argument, no consensus, no agreement between the companions who lived with Muhammad themselves, such as Umar and Co. If this is the case of the incident, the argument of the incident is so high and intense among the companions and the disciples of Muhammad. How do you think and believe that this incident is real? The incident is a lie. Now, in this book, Muhammad Hussein Haikal, as a contemporary author, he argued that no, that incident can never be with body and spirit. It can be only with spirit only, which seems to be like a dream. And then he mentioned what other people said, and a lot is here. The next video, we are beginning with the journey itself. Be with us, and we will start with the whole issue here. Where this man, Muhammad Hussein Haikal, was trying to create and do damage control, which can never be done. Thank you very much. The descendant of Thoth, African prophet, said to you, bye-bye. Share it for us.